I'm vacationing in Ireland for 2 weeks. This is day 12 of hot Gael Summer. Today I said goodbye to the great breakfast that we've been having at the Old Weir Lodge in Killarney, and we hit the road driving south, going through a town called Kilgarvan, where we saw multiple huge posters of this man named Michael Healy-Rae that we had never heard of, and we were like, who prints multiple huge images of himself at different ages? So we just had to look him up, and what a character he is. Turns out he's a politician and also comes from a family of politicians, and in 2007 won a TV show called Celebrities Gone Wild by getting the most votes sent in by telephone, but in 2011 was exposed for using 2,600 euros of taxpayer money to use an auto dialer and vote for himself. This is all alleged because he does deny it, but he did agree to pay the money back. We were so shocked when we read all this. All I can say is, damn Michael Healy-Rae, you seem very messy. Anyways, we kept driving south and happened upon what became one of my favorite spontaneous stops of the entire trip. The Bonaine Heritage Park was not on our itinerary, but the road signs just attracted us to pull over, and I am so glad that we did. Because the park itself is not very big, but it is just so concentrated with cool archaeological sites, and it was so nice to spend just 1 hour walking a beautiful trail and seeing a stone circle, a fairy fort, a standing stone, and the ruins of an old house abandoned during the famine. There are other things to see there, plus it's just a nice park and had tons of wildflowers, so if you're in the area, I definitely recommend checking it out. We made a couple more quick stops, first to Molly Gallivan's cottage to get some of her Mountain Dew and some coffee, and we also walked the trail at the Blue Pool in Glengarriff before we made it to our first planned stop of the day, which was the Mizzen Head lookout area, the southwesternmost point of Ireland. And talk about breathtaking. Wow, the cliffs, the layers in the rock, and the blue water. It was absolutely stunning. I'm also a huge fan of terrifying mannequins, and the ones at the Mizzen Head signal station gave me some of the best jump scares I have had in a while. They were so creepy and totally unnecessary. It was great. I loved it. For lunch, we went to O'Sullivan's Bar in Crookhaven, and I had their open-faced crab sandwich. Oh my god, it was so good, and it was so simple, and it just brought life back into my soul, because I thought I had recovered from my cold up until I sat down and started to really feel my body, so the crab gave me the energy that I needed to make it to our hotel in Cork. We checked in at the Hotel Isaacs, and I just wanted to rest. But instead, we blessed each other with Molly Gallivan's Mountain Dew, and I drank a little. Remember, alcohol kills the germs. Before we headed to the cocktail bar that was just downstairs called Cass. I love a fancy cocktail, and these were all so good with interesting flavor combinations. Nathan's even had a quail egg. It was good, fancy, fun. And the food they have is also really flavorful. My favorite was the roasted leek butter, because, oh my god, Irish butter is already elite, and they just took it over the top with those leeks. Definitely recommend going to Cask if you're in Cork. But after the food, it turned out that Molly's Mountain Dew really didn't cure me, and I just needed to sleep. So I left Nathan and Caitlin to continue their night.